Today marks 50 years since a man went on a shooting rampage in Lock Haven, killing 6 of his co-workers and wounding several others.
For some folks in Clinton County, the memories of that violent day are still fresh. Newswatch 16's Christina Papa spoke with the state trooper who was the first to respond.
We all want to forget it. It was a bad time, real bad.
John Keeler didn't know it at the time. It was early on in his 28-year career as a state trooper, but on October 23, 1967, he was dispatched to a tragedy he would never forget, and many others would never come to understand.
I went immediately to the entrance to the Hammermill Paper Company and witnessed my first victim. He had been shot in the back of the head.
For many people who live in Lock Haven and nearby Loganton, the memory of that day 50 years ago is one of loss. The shooter, 39-year-old Leo Held, worked at the Hammermill Paper Company in Lock Haven.
He was a very low-keyed, mild-mannered individual.
But that day, something changed.
Leo Held went there specifically to commit mass murder.
These are the faces of the 6 people he killed that day at locations in Lock Haven and Loganton. The men were co-workers, bosses, and a neighbor. But to so many others, they were fathers, husbands, and friends. 7 others were hurt. 50 years later, the question still remains, why?
His fellow workers made fun of him.
Keeler says possible explanations. One woman, a co-worker, would not carpool with Held because of his erratic driving. Another potential explanation, his bosses passed him over for promotions.
They expected him to take what they gave him and live his life.
Held was shot by the police the same day of the rampage. He died at the hospital. Keeler says there is another explanation for the shooting, but that's confidential to police. Here in Clinton County, many don't seem to mind keeping it that way. Christina Papa, Newswatch 16.